Hi guys, it's Karen, and today I am taking part in a challenge with Marna and Joni, and we took our Julie dolls. What is going on here? We took our miniature Julie dolls, and we wanted to give them a 70s outfit. So I ran into some troubles. As you know, I was sick, and when we had that heat wave while I was sick, I wasn't able to work up in my office. We have another one coming next week. Oh joy. So I didn't get as many pieces done as I wanted. And it's okay that Julie's barefoot because she's a hippie girl and she doesn't like I was also a hippie girl and I didn't like shoes either. So what I did was I used this book here, Sewing for Mini Dolls, and I've made something, I've made stuff out of it before. I've made this outfit out of it before, and I think the skirt turned out good, except I don't like the casing on these fat little girls. Well, they're not fat, they're thick, chunky, whatever. They have, chunky waists, and the t-shirt also didn't come out very well. The skirt is fine and usable, but I haven't revisited the t-shirt pattern yet out of it. I need to. By the way, Julie's on Felicity's stand right now. So I went and I thought we were doing kit, honestly, because we also have a kit collab coming up at some point. So I started with these cream pants, and I was making a jacket out of the same book because I'm trying to make all the things out of this book. This is the beginning of the jacket here. But then I found out we were doing Julie, and I had to course correct. So I went with the same pants pattern, but I didn't like, because I wanted something more 70s, right? So what I did was I took the pants pattern, and instead of following this narrowed line, I went out on one side. That worked out fine, except my only problem is it isn't a true actual bell bottom, because I was not able to adjust. The way this is, you only have two pattern pieces, and then they fold. They end up actually folding, and you sew. So this is like one leg, right? Once it's sewn. So what I would need to do is I would need to cut this down the center line here. If I want to make a better bell bottom, I need to cut this out and add a 1/4 inch seam allowance on either side, and then I would flare out the other side so that my flare doesn't just, you see my flare is only going on the inside, but what I really want it to do is to flare. This is the knee. This is where her knee is. I would like to flare it out from both and have it taper in and then flare out. So what I will do is I will later make another pattern from this to try to perfect that. Also, they keep this long so you can put an elastic casing in there, but I did not want to do that. I wanted to close it up. So, and there's also a pocket. These are working pockets. Let's see if I can stick something in there to show you. See, these are working patch pockets that are on there. So that was in there, so I did add those on. I sewed the whole thing by hand, which was a huge mistake. I used to be able to sew by hand and just like listen to videos or music and just like chill and enjoy. And also it's easier when you're working on little tiny things like this for me and my bad machine to sew small things by hand, and it was more enjoyable at one point. This shirt pattern, it's a tunic. It is also from this book. It is not long enough for my taste to be a tunic. And I'm not sure exactly. This is gathered, and this is tucked under and then gathered, and I did tie it in place, but it's coming undone. Like it's loose, the gathering stitches, and they're tied. So I don't know what's going on here. But overall, it's like it's a mostly good pattern. I just need to figure out how to adjust this gathering at the top, so I like that better. And I also screwed up on one of the sleeves. This has got elastic casing in here. I did this sleeve really well, but the sleeve I made too tight. So, but that's okay. It's the first time making these patterns. So, you know, there's bound to be little imperfections. And what I originally wanted to do for this, if I'd had more time, is I wanted to make a vest. So I wanted to make a crochet vest or a matching brown, like a brown vest, because, you know, the 70s colors, golds, harvest gold, brown, it was very autumnal, right? If it wasn't groovy, it was all about autumnal golds and orange and avocado green and brown. I remember that very distinctly in my house and in, you know, in the era. So what I might try to do is, I didn't put, my hands hurt so bad I didn't put the Velcro on, so she's pinned in. I think that the pants are pretty successful and wearable for her, so I'm going to keep those and probably at some point put a snap back there or a hook and eye. They're a little bit still too tight. I think when I swap out, when I adjust the, I did also have to lengthen the, I did extend the bottom because I thought they were too short, especially for bell bottoms. So I would like to, I don't know if I make a longer, so I'm going to make this again. I really like this fabric. I have more of it. I'm going to try to redo it, and I'm going to make it longer, and then I can belt it at the waist here so she can wear it over. But yeah, and I also wanted to make her a little purse, and I also, I have shoes, but I was going to try to make the shoes that are in this book. There's other things in this book other than clothes. So I was just gonna, but I ran out of time, like I said. So she's just got her main outfit on. And I was originally gonna put her in jeans, but then I was looking through some like photos of vintage catalogs and stuff online while I was laying in bed at night, you know, like looking for inspiration. And geez, the pants, they didn't just wear, and I remember, like, this is all coming back to me, the polyester pants that we used to wear, oh my Lord. In the most crazy patterns and stuff. So I would really like to stop shaking my my phone here. I would really like to lean into that with both my big Julie and this little jewelry. And like this skirt would have been actually perfect if I had made pants out of it. I might still have some of this fabric enough to make, because you don't really need a lot of fabric to make these little outfits. So I might try to adjust that pant pattern the next time I make something for these girls, so that I can make a true trouser, so I can make a true bell bottom out of them. And also, if I do it that way, I will have more versatility in changing the width of the pants from like a narrow pant to a bootleg to a whatever. I'll have a better sloper to work from, and it won't take me but 2 seconds. So again, I keep working through this book, and I feel like this book is a really good starter book for this size of doll, but it isn't for my uses, it's not perfect. And I have got to use my sewing machine even this out. My hands hurt so bad. So please go to, I'm going to link Myrna and Joni below. We have more mini American Girl doll collaborations coming up in the future. I do really like this smock. I really do like it. And it would work as a chemise too if you lengthen it down. It could use it as a chemise. And I did use pretty thin, what is this? Elastic for her wrists. And I don't know. I feel like I'm not exactly sure. I think there's a better way to do this more in scale. And I'm going to work on that next time I make this. But I do recommend this smock as a good starting point. And I do actually recommend the pants for the most part, especially if you just do the casing. Ugh, dang it, I'm gonna have to glue this in here or something. This is this was made by Darren from Dolls Rescued, and I truly appreciate it, even though my stand keeps popping out because I keep fussing with the dolls. Yeah, these pants are a pretty good, I also hand sewed these. And in this one, it worked out better when I didn't add the pockets and I just whip stitched down this edge with matching thread. You can barely see. I mean, they're really nice. Like, so if you just want to use this pattern and you have these American Girl dolls and you end up with this book, yeah, it's a fine pattern. So you'll probably see this completed outfit at some point if I still make this for Kit. And maybe we'll see a revised blouse, and definitely I'll keep the pants because they're usable. And definitely I still do want to crochet her a vest, a hippie vest with granny squares and small thread cotton. I'm not going to do multicolored though, guys. I'm not that much of a fucking glutton for punishment. And I will see you guys really soon with another video. So please, like I said, go buy Dolls Rescued and Joni's Doll Photography. I'll leave links below and see what they did for their Julies. I'm sure they're absolutely fabulous. And I will see you guys real soon. Bye.